Usually first thing I do in the morning when I do a Swift ride is I go after canned sardines. I put it down at about 5 seconds flat. This morning, about 4 hours ago, I completed a Swift 100-kilometer 3R ride. First thing I did is I went after carbs. Hey, cycling community, this is Steve versus the Cycling Greek.
If all I did was work on my main sport, cycling, more specifically training for bicycle racing, and I did nothing else, then I'd be creating problems for myself down the line, especially as an old guy. So you've probably seen my previous videos that I have a little COVID home gym setup, and I do a little of that during the X block. But I'm focusing on two things. Every other day I'm going to be doing 100 push-ups, or at least I'm going to be trying 100 push-ups. And then on those days where I'm not doing the push-ups, I'm going to be doing 50 pull-ups. Again, trying 50 pull-ups. So I first started this on Christmas Day, and I got as far as 80 push-ups, and they were all on flat ground. And so now I'm doing flat ground, and when I need to, I'm going to go into an angle. So I have a little bench here that I'm going to be using for that, and we'll go to only if I need to, and I'll probably need to. If you don't have a bench that you can use like a couch. The steeper the angle, the easier it's going to be. So this angle is going to be like this, so who knows if I'll get to 100 still. $15. That's another 15, 30. I may need more rest between. Damn, these are hard. This may be especially hard because of the almost 3 hours of riding today I did on Zwift with 100K. Just a little more rest between. So, the push-ups are not just working on your chest. You're also working on your shoulders a bit, especially the front deltoid. You're working on your core, and there's also stabilizing going on with your upper back to keep everything in line. On the antagonistic muscles, when we talk about that tomorrow for the pull-ups, they're working a lot more muscles back there to help keep everything in line, so you're just not being pulled this way and you're not creating problems for your I blanked out, I couldn't think of the word, rotator cuff. So the rotator cuffs are basically these muscles on the other side of your scapula. Often you'll hear about rotator cuff tears or injuries, and they're usually caused, from what I understand, by two conditions. One is you just don't pay attention to them, you don't work them, and the other is age-related degradation. So I got two things. If I don't do it, and I'm an old guy, then I'm going to get screwed. So we'll be talking about that a little bit later on. Another 15. That makes 45. You don't have to do pull-ups to work on your rotator cuff, although, that's a good thing. And in the morning, when I first get up, I do some things, some simple things, to actually activate the rotator cuff muscles. Because if I forget later on in the day, well, at least I've done that. Just to give myself a chance at hitting 100 today, I'm going to show you some other things. We'll use the bench. I'm using the standard push-up method of having my hands out approximately shoulder width, and with my fingers going approximately where the shoulders are, and then just pushing straight up that way. Something else that's harder for me to do is doing triangle push-ups, like this. So the closer you are together, the harder it is to do. It certainly was for me. So it could be that you start off down something like this, but I've gotten to the point where I could do this. Can I do a lot of them that way? No. So far I've been doing 15 on the ground with standard push-ups,
Let's see how many I can get with a triangle push-up on the bench. Okay, my fingers and thumbs are touching. Fuck, that's tough. Okay, that's 5.
We're at 50 push-ups, 4 sets. I'm starting to think I'll be able to make it today. So I'm starting to get a little cocky. So we're going to introduce another variation. So previously I've been doing standard push-ups. I did the one case where we had the triangle push-ups, but now we're going to do wide push-ups. The reason for the variation is that it activates other muscles. That fits in very nicely with the balance thing. You're recruiting more muscles, more things are getting worked, a better balance. Can I do 15 of these? I sincerely doubt it, but I'll give it a shot. I'm going to start on flat ground first.
Well, that was easier than I thought. 15. 5 sets, 65 reps. If you're an old guy and you're watching this, you're thinking, nah, I can't do this, I'm too old. I am 65. I am the epitome of old. I'm doing nothing but getting older. Again, you don't have to start with the ground on this. You can start with the bench or start on the back of your couch that has a better angle and just work yourself up. Be consistent. That's the key. Consistency. Another variation. What I've been doing arguably can be considered endurance. I'm trying to do as many as I can just at a certain speed. When you first push off the ground, there is an explosive factor to it. So now we're going to take that explosive factor and use the whole movement for it. I'll be exploding off the ground, coming off the ground, and then obviously catching myself doing another set, coming off the ground. You see how the problem I have doing 15 of these just with endurance style. So now I'm going to be exploding coming off. Will I be able to do 15? No, I can't do 15. Can I do 10? No, I can't do 10. We'll see if I can get 5.
Okay, I got 8 explosive, even though I was barely coming off like quarter inch, half inch at the end. And then I finished off the last 2 just so I can have an even 10.
75, 25 to go. Another variation, the walking push-up. So essentially, push-up, push-up, push-up. So I'm thinking maybe I can get 15 with these because I'll have a little bit of rest as I'm doing the walking. That was only 6. I don't know if I said this previously. If I did, I'm going to edit this out. But before my collarbone break, I had gotten up to 35 push-ups in a row. Then after I got going again, I only attained 20, and I really didn't try to go past that. So we'll see if what I'm doing during this block is going to improve my situation where I can get up to 35 again and 40, and let's see. So now that I'm saying this, it sounds familiar, so maybe I did say this before. Okay, this is starting to take too long. I'm at 81, so I'm just going to do regular push-ups, and I'm going to use the bench, and I'm going to see if I can get the rest of the 19. Okay. Okay, it's going to take a little longer. I'm at 92, but at least I can get 100 today. Okay, so what is it? 92 I've done? I don't know how many sets, I've lost count. Alright, so we're going to try a variation. Since I only have 8 to go, we're going to try a variation. This is going to be shoulder touch push-ups. You'll see what I mean. That's only 5. I have 3 stupid push-ups to go. So I'm going to use the bench, and just because I feel like being stupid, I'm going to go back to the triangle and see if I can get 3 of those. Okay, just need 3. Just need 3. There, not quite touching. I don't care. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 100. Okay, got my 100 in. Now, this is the primary upper body thing I'm doing during the X block on this particular day, but not the only thing. There's other things. Now, I talked about the antagonistic muscles, and I'll be focusing on that tomorrow. But I need to touch on that today a little bit because of all this work that I've done on my front side, essentially. So, one of the things that I do, I grab a light weight. Now I have the benefit of this, but you can grab anything. Now, this one is only 12.5 pounds. So basically, I get myself parallel to the ground, my upper body, and then pull up with my elbow close to my body. One with each arm. Elbow close to the body. Also with the rotator cuff, what I do is I'll bend over a bit, get my elbows in line with each other, and just hang my arms down here, and then just do this. You can also use some light weights, I mean lighter than 12.5. You can start off with like a couple pounds or something, and then just do this. Do a set of 10 or 2 sets of 10. Balance, consistency, especially if you're an old guy like me. Okay, I'm tired, I'm hungry. Comment, like, subscribe, the Cycling Greek, yada yada yada.